In this video, I'll be talking about the things that you have to take note of to grow as a VTuber. And I'll also talk about what worked for me for the past 2 years as a VTuber myself. Now, I may not be the biggest VTuber out there, and I'm still learning and studying how the algorithm actually works. But honestly, the algorithm is such a mess, and I feel like there's no definite answer for that. But hey, I might be wrong though, so don't take my word for it. But I had some success here and there, and I thought that I would share some of my own experiences and let you guys know what works for me. And some tips or advice that I wish I knew when I just got started as a VTuber. You probably heard a lot of people use the word niche, and you might be confused what this actually means. But it's just as simple as branding. Like, let's say that you're a VTuber that mainly plays Valorant or Marvel Rivals, then that would be your niche, which is being a competitive gamer. You really like to talk about your day and you're just generally good at yapping, then you're a just chatting type of VTuber, and that's your niche. So let's say that you're known to play Valorant mainly, and you suddenly swap off to a game like Overwatch, then a lot of your audience would probably not be there. Unless you advertise your personality very well. And this is what I personally am trying to go for, as I am not the type of person who is able to stick to one game or genre. I love gaming, I love yapping, I love co-working, so I'm trying my best to build a community that would just stay on my stream because of my personality rather than the genre itself. But at the end of the day, it really depends on what you enjoy, so TLDR, if you want to be known for a game, go for it. If you want to build your community that will stay for you and doesn't mind you playing any other games or just do anything at all, try to advertise your personality as your branding as best as you can. Like for my personality, I'm a chibi little demon that's mostly kinda chill. But I could be a little unhinged here and there, and I can get a little crazy, and I'm just that tutorial guy, you know? So yeah, that's my branding for now. Until I debut as the Chrono Demon Prince, of course. Yeah. But yeah, get the audience to get hooked on your stream, whether it's the game or your personality, then you'll slowly earn your loyal viewers. Alright, the next point is not caring about numbers. Okay, don't skip this part and please, listen. I know this might sound corny, but having fun with streaming and content creation is a major thing. Yet a lot of people miss this point completely because they get too fixated with the numbers. And it's just extremely toxic. The amount of times that I've looked at my analytics and saw the graph going down, it always makes me feel like I wanted to participate in a game of put the fork in the electric socket because of how disappointed I am at myself. But that's not the right approach of mindset to look at it. I may be a Twitch partner, but I will be transparent here. Look at my numbers. I've gotten a lot of attention because I was able to play with my Oshis. I'm still very proud of this, by the way, and it will forever be my biggest achievement. But yes, I play with my Oshis and also got into some drama and got a lot of people supporting me after all of that fiasco. But if I'm being completely honest, I didn't use that opportunity well enough to advertise my streams and personality. So you can kind of say that I fumbled the opportunity that I was blessed with, and I've been suffering from my own downfall ever since then. But does that matter? No. Not at all, actually. Because what matters now is the present and figuring out what works for me and also you guys as well. So don't get discouraged when one thing doesn't work. Try to explore what is fun and what works for you. Then the numbers will naturally grow as people feel the authenticity and the genuine fun that you're having while you're making your content. So give yourself a little pat on the back. You got this, alright? You got this. Okay, the third point is gonna be stream quality. I feel like this is quite straightforward. It's very hard for your audience to stay in your stream if it looks like you're streaming inside a microwave with a walkie-talkie from 1950s sounding as microphone. But I do understand that being a VTuber is pretty hard because I think we all know how performance intensive opening your VTube studio and also having your OBS open at the same time. So if all of those softwares are affecting your stream quality and your games to be low FPS, you can always swap to a PNG tuber and it can still be pretty good. Because I feel like it's hard for the audience to stay if your gameplay and also your VTuber model looks like a PowerPoint presentation. So try our best to maintain the best quality possible. And as for audio or microphones, there are a few that is pretty good for a really cheap price. And let me clarify, I am not sponsored by them. But their prices are pretty good, and I've used it before, so I'm just giving you guys a suggestion. So if you need a cheaper mic with pretty good quality, it's Fifine. You can try to look into some of their mics, but if you want to know which one I use, it's the Fifine AM8. You really don't need all of the, top guns like Rode or something. That's like $1,000 or something. I have no idea actually, but I know it's just really expensive. Just try to get yourself something like a Fifine mic, which is like, I don't know, like $50. It's pretty affordable, and yeah, it's quite good. Now that I've covered the base stuff that you need to know about performance and audio, it's time for stream widgets. Having a few widgets is pretty good. It makes your stream look professional, pretty, whichever words you want to use. But too much of it can be pretty bad. It makes your stream look really cluttered, and it's just not a clean look to your stream. I hate to admit it, but I still have these types of issues at times where I have too many widgets on my screen.
I gotta, bro, look at this, what the
So I'm speaking from experience here. You really don't want your stream to look like an airplane cockpit. Like, trust me, just make sure that it looks clean. The next point is gonna be inspiration, and also studying the algorithm. Inspiration honestly plays a huge part of growing as a content creator. And without these other content creators inspiring me, I won't be as knowledgeable as I am right now. When it comes to humor and editing, my biggest inspiration is CDogVA, or Connor. His content is just a masterpiece and his editors are all amazing. When it comes to short form content, it's my Oshi, like Malicious, and also Rin Penrose as well. When it comes to thinking of ideas with titles, it's actually my good friend ChioTales. If you guys haven't checked her out, you probably should. But yes, titles are super important because that's the first thing that people see and you want to make sure that it's quote-unquote clickable. But ultimately, make sure to keep track of these things when it comes to inspiration. Humor, so that you can help with editing, and also, yeah, next one is video editing, so that you can know more memes and sound effects. Algorithm-related things like hashtags and titling, making sure that it's clickable and it will pique people's interest when they scroll through their FYP. And most importantly, whatever is fun and works for you. And again, I would like to clarify that I'm not a huge creator myself, and I have no definite idea on how the algorithm works, because I, myself, am also a smaller VTuber. But once I've made it someday, I'll share the secret sauce, alright? And last but not least, do things in moderation. Do not let yourself reach burnout. You might be passionate about content. The dopamine spikes whenever we see the numbers grow, when we stream or upload content, but please make sure to rest and schedule everything. The amount of times I got into burnout just hyperfixating on editing or streaming for too many hours, it's just not healthy. Just remember, resting isn't you wasting time. It's you recovering and making sure that you are in a healthier mental and physical state so that you can give your 100% of your effort while you're working on content. And even if you do reach burnout, just try to take a short break. And it'll do wonders, trust me. I've dealt with burnout like way too many times, and I just, give myself some time, treat myself to some nice food, just making sure that I get a little mental break, and you should get one too, because, you deserve it for all the hard work that you've done. Alright, that's all for the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop me a like, and also subscribe as well if you haven't yet. If there's anything else you guys want me to cover, let me know. But until then, I'll see you guys on the next video, alright? Bye bye.